Well, folks, we've seen pursuits on freeways, we've seen foot pursuits, and now we're seeing the pursuit of a biplane.
And it could only happen in California. During a spin in his vintage biplane, a millionaire decided that it would be fun to fly low over his factory and impress his employees with a low-altitude victory roll. The aviation authorities did not share the pilot's sense of humour. Another Los Angeles eccentric wanted to commemorate the anniversary of John Lennon's death, but there was madness in his method. Instead of buying a bunch of flowers or placing an ad in a newspaper or writing a kind letter to his family, he decided that John Lennon would have wanted him to be arrested outside Capitol Records in Hollywood.
Zooming on in, California highway patrolmen are now getting out of their vehicles, guns drawn. The suspect is out of the car. He's got his hands exposed. He seems to have the keys in his left hand. He does not appear to be following the orders of the officers. I can see the highway patrolmen, their guns are drawn. I mean, traditionally they order the suspect to get down in the felony prone position. He's not following orders. He's now throwing the keys at officers. He appears to want... Okay, he's now leaning on the back of his car. This man is a nitwit. He's baiting officers that are carrying guns. Okay, they're now approaching this nitwit as they... Okay, we can see one officer, two officers now holstering their weapons. Other officers still have their handguns at their sides. They're now approaching him. It looks like they're going to take him down. Okay, they're moving closer. They're talking to him. He is not following the orders of officers. Okay, they're moving closer. Okay, they've got the man. They're taking him down to the ground. You can see an officer reaching for his handcuffs.
Bob gets results because he's really aggressive. He will launch himself on covering stories that we, as being his sort of controller, might sit and think about for a little while, but Bob has a tendency to go ahead and go because he trusts his instincts. Normally he's right.
What's it like working with Bob Turr?
What's it like working with Bob Turr? Working with Bob Turr is...
Mary Helen, if you got something to say it. Otherwise, get off this radio. I'm under a lot of stress and zero visibility.
Let me think about this one.
I guess you had nothing to say.
Oh, he's crazy.
Where from there? Give me like a direction.
His personality.
Direction, look at the map.
How can I put it in a nice way?
I'm getting all kinds of information. She said Whittier.
Bob also is short-tempered.
I think I've had enough of this.
Not just with his peers, but you'll see it with his own wife, with his mother.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go. You want to ask me again?
There's no room with Bob for, well, it's good enough for local news, which is a favorite expression of one of the people we work with. For Bob, it's got to be perfect. And that can be a little difficult at times. But the end result is really worthwhile.
Bob, you're wonderful. Thank you. Not really, but I goofed that one up.
Last year in Los Angeles County, more than 48,000 juveniles were arrested, 6,000 of these for drug offences. With dangerous drugs increasingly rife, police are getting used to young criminals who behave unpredictably and irrationally, like the young men who stole this van.
Of course, in the tradition of the Wild West, this pursuit began with the posse chasing them. The suspects were on the run, and they used the freeways, they used surface streets. They were a terrible menace to both the officers chasing them, to themselves, and to the innocent people using the streets. Finally, the officers got the word from their commanders, watching it on live television, stop it. And they were rear-ended, they were fish-tailed, and the pursuit ended.
Bob really understands how the police and other law enforcement work. He's very attuned to how they strategize containing or stopping these kinds of things because he understands maneuvers very well.
It's a problem for police all over the world, how best to contain and capture an escaping criminal. If the pursuit goes out of control, then the police may have to endanger the lives of the public, the very people they're striving to protect. US police favour the fishtail manoeuvre, where the suspect vehicle is turned and then trapped by another police car.
the fishtail maneuver is a very important maneuver that police have as an option to them. It stops police pursuits, and if it can be done on a quiet street, not a residential street necessarily, but let's say an industrial section with nobody around and no risk to innocent people, or to the officers for that matter, then it should be employed. And I have absolutely not a shred of caring at all for the person running from the police. I mean, I'm not an advocate of police pursuits. I think that they're bad. They're terrible. Really, the problem is police get into these pursuits, and somebody gets a death penalty for a misdemeanor, and it's usually an innocent person.
This fishtail has not gone well. The suspect's vehicle spins into a parked car, and the criminal is able to continue, dangerously out of control, putting any bystanders in great danger. The British police have never recommended fishtailing and have developed safer techniques. To control the streets of Los Angeles, the police have to face up to many different kinds of predator. In the Californian surf, the bad guys have sharper teeth.
Are they hungry? You can only imagine what these sharks are thinking. The shark is moving closer back to the break, to the water break, moving along just about 4 feet underwater. Look at this, 10 feet away, swimmer now paddling out. Okay, the shark is right now literally 5 feet away from a swimmer. Incredible. And he has no idea the danger he's in right now. He's a swimmer actually swimming toward the shark. Two of them, they have no idea what's literally 5 feet from under them. We've tried to warn them. We've called the LA County lifeguards. They now know. Hopefully the shark is not hungry.